My name is Will Van Crommert. No one really calls me by my last name because they can't generally pronounce it. I'm a film and television and video game composer. My mom was very musical. She's a classical fingerstyle folk guitarist and vocalist. I always kind of joke that film music was in my blood because my great-grandmother played organ and piano for silent films. There was just a lot of musical support at our house. I got through my education. I foolishly was thinking that there's nothing for me to do here in Minneapolis. Like, I can't be a film composer in Minneapolis. There's no film here. And so I packed my bags and moved to Los Angeles. I ended up in a residency in Culver City. I ended up with a composer by the name of Jeff Rona out there. Jeff really kind of mentored me in the realms of production music and film music and TV music. Then this crazy thing happened, which is I got incredibly homesick. So I came back to the Twin Cities and was kind of looking for a shovel to bury my career. I thought, like, it's over. You know, I've left the Mecca, I've left Los Angeles. There's no way I can continue this pipe dream here. And thankfully I was just really, really wrong. I ended up at Black Label as an intern. Honestly, for me, Black Label was really a spring pad, sort of bridging that gap between what it was maybe to live outside a traditional industry center like Los Angeles or New York, but still do what I wanted to do. And over the last decade or so, that thankfully has come to fruition. I think I have the same fatal flaw that a lot of composers have, which is that we really like to overwrite and write complicated music. For that reason, I am most interested and stimulated in music that is challenging for me. It's like a puzzle that you have to put together, but also gets the emotional crux of what it is you're trying to say at the same time. Music that tends to be pretty dense. That's not music we get to write all the time as composers, because especially in film and television and even commercial underscore, we're facilitating the story. We're not taking center stage. But every now and again, you get that cue that will show up on a cue sheet for a film. It's a huge string section, and there's lots of tempo changes. At the same time, there's gonna be a lot of emotional shifts that need to happen because you're advancing the story. So for me, it's difficult and enjoyable both together at the same time in the form of really dense orchestral writing. I really, really enjoy that a lot. The thing that I think about an awful lot is just how lucky I was to have that nonverbal permission to basically say, without having to say anything at all, it's okay for you to do what you're interested in. It's okay for you to take a risk and take chances on that. I would just love to continue seeing a culture of people and a culture of publishers like the folks at Black Label who encourage creativity and risk-taking. I think that that's the best thing that anyone can do for another creative, and for all of us as creatives, I feel like that's the best thing we can do for peers and for ourselves, is to give ourselves that permission to just go out and try. And let's be frank, when you do this for a living, that's how it's gonna keep things interesting.